So today we have Shadow with us. I've got the lurgy. Excuse me. So if I sound croaky or out of breath, it will be because of that. Right. We are back at August. I have a gentleman coming in a few minutes with a G Wagon. He has the 350D diesel, so that's the one that has the new straight six. You know, what you find in the more modern Mercs, the straight six version of the engine. The 350 is actually a detuned 400D, so the scope for tuning these things gain like 100 horsepower just off the bat. So customer is going to be over the moon. Got everything warming up in here for the customer. Bit of YouTube on. Heaters are all on. So yeah, I will see you again once I've run diagnostics on the car, and we will take it from there. Right, just waiting for customer to arrive. It's an absolutely stunning day. You know what? We've got 10 minutes. Let's send the drone up. Actually, I say it's a stunning day. A little bit of cloud going on over there. As you can see, Dan, of course, is well into his bikes. Well into his supercars. Look at this, it just came in. Actually, a previous customer of ours. We tuned his C63 and we're going to do some bits on his Cayman GT4. Then he got himself a V12 Vantage, which is now in with Dan to move on to the next lucky owner. This cold is absolutely kicking my ass. Right, G Wagon, drone, let's do it. We are in the G. These newer ones, man, you know, 2018 onwards, they actually drive like cars, which is quite nice. This cold is killing me. Should we do a little Dan August, shall we? And into the showroom. Right, in we go. Back her in, run diagnostics, and then we will get cracking. But yeah, gotta love a G Wagon. Just disgustingly vulgar in all the right ways. Comfy, utilitarian. It's got the Bowers speaker upgrade. Is that the Bowers one? Or is that the Burmeister? It's got the Burmeister. Yeah, love it. Right, let me crack on. So customers only had it a week. Obviously the typical prep, all the dressing. Right, diagnostics is running. Let's see where we're at. Look at that, such a cool thing. Right, diagnostics are all good. So what I'm going to do is remove the engine ECU. It's just under this little cover here. Latest MD1 platform, but these being a 2019, this version is not locked via bench. It is locked via diagnostics port, but by bench it's not, and it's just four bolts to take it out, and then we can get on the bench and we can program. Right, these ECUs are held in. 1, 2, 3. There is 4 bolts. She only had 3 in her, so I wonder what we end up finding here today. It is stock. Someone's definitely been at that ECU before, just purely because that bolt's missing. They're never missing on these, unless something like maybe it's last service when the air filter was done. Because if you look, hold on. There we go. Yeah, look, air filter's part of the airbox. Sorry, ECU is actually part of the top of the airbox. So that all has to come off. Yeah, to be fair, that looks like a fairly new one. So yeah, maybe just whoever did the service just either dropped a bolt or Couldn't be bothered to put them all back in, but as far as tuning software goes, yeah, it's completely bone stock. So yeah, I will make a start. Right, other thing customer has asked, he's only had it a week. Rears have got some ungodly amount of air pressure in them, so we're just going to check and see what they're at. Let's try and do this with one hand, shall we? 3.2 bar. Jesus. Right, yeah, we're going to have to bleed some of that off. Tyres are now at an acceptable level. So, customer's also aware, like I said, he only got the car a week ago. He noticed the rears are some non-branded Chinese tyres, so he is going to get those replaced next week anyway, but yeah, that was a ridiculous pressure in the rear. Right, I'm going to go for a test drive, got all my logging equipment in, and yeah, I will probably then get some B-roll footage and things like that. Road test is all done. Just performs beautifully. These newer G Wagons, they really sorted out, you know, the road feel, how they handle. They're just not wallowy anymore like they used to be. I don't know if many of you have driven even like a 2015 or 2016 G Wagon. You know, at 30 miles an hour, you're having to put all these steering wheel inputs to keep the thing in a straight line. This thing, you know, it could be like driving the GLE. It's just super straight, super comfortable. Yeah, they've really sorted them out. These diesel engines as well, like I say, they gain like 100 horsepower. And probably a little bit over 200 newton meters of torque, so the thing absolutely flies now. It really doesn't feel like, you know, much of a slouch. Obviously, you know, of course it's a big heavy thing, but yeah, I'm gonna get some B-roll footage, and yeah, I think that will be the end of this video for this one, and then we'll catch up the following week. See you later, guys.